Hello, this is Running Robert, and today we're going to be talking about the Vanda Pharmaceuticals VNDA bidding war summary. Today is the 17th of June, 2024, and in this video, we're going to kind of get all the information that we can about what is going on currently with the company. We're going to look at the bullish parts and the bearish parts of it. So I generally follow small cap pharma. I do some games. I do a little bit of everything. So if you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe. It helps out a lot, and thank you. Disclaimer is I do own shares. Pretty simple. I hope they sell. I hope we double our money. I'm an amateur investor, and of course, any advice should be followed up by own due diligence, and any information given is valid for today, the 17th of June, and this slideshow will not be updated, but again, as we get new slideshow. So, what's happening? So, Future Pak made an offer earlier in the summer. It was rejected. Cycle Pharmaceuticals made an offer a little bit later, and then Future Pak raised this offer even more so, including having CRVs, which is contingent value rights. So it's been continuing to go up as people are like, hey, this company is actually worth something, and we need to make an appropriate offer for them to want to sell it. The company itself, obviously, it seems that several companies could definitely be interested in this, and we'll pretty much explain that a little bit more. Currently, the company has 3 products that are approved, and those are the top 3, and then 2 that are either on PDUFA or looking for an NDA somewhere next year. And we'll talk about the two big ones in the next slide. At the end of quarter 1, 2024, cash was $394 million. Net loss was 4.1, with a market cap of $378 million. So trading below market cap with a lot of stuff going on, and that market cap came from Seeking Alpha, just so we know where we have it. So, obviously, the market cap is beating cash. The net loss is because one of the drugs had gone generic. It's lost about 50% of its sales, and again, we expect it just to continue to lose as it continues on the generic route. Boy, that's a lot of stuff going on. So, like I said, there are 3 drugs approved. 2 hopefully will be approved within the next year or 2. The big one we're looking at, and excuse my pronunciations on these, Ponvory and Tradipitant, that one a little bit rougher, have the chance to provide a major amount of revenue to the company, which is one of the things that's fueling this bidding war. Okay, so together they could bring 100 to 300 million in sales. Right now, net product sales were 47 million in quarter 1, 2024. So, and that is a base. Like, we're not really looking, that is, I think, what the minimum is that they could bring in. So all of a sudden, you easily could be doubling sales right there. What are these drugs? So the first one is a good MS drugs with drug trials and other indications. So it's got approved. It is probably going to be one of the top MS drugs. I believe it's going to have a pretty suitable market to find it, even though that market is very crowded. I think it'll be able to niche up and easily get 100 million in sales. And then, of course, they have other indications with diseases similar to MS, so a lot of the autoimmune diseases. And so if any of those can then be approved, then, of course, then you're just adding on to those sales. So the second one is gastroparesis, is paralysis of the stomach. So with around 200,000 cases a year and no new drugs in the last 30 to 40 years, this is another ripe industry or ripe thing that needs something. And of course, obviously, there has not been any major advancements. But again, this could be big. Obviously, you're also going to be having to talk to stomach doctors. I'm not sure the exact term for them. And so it's not going to it's just not something that you're going to need like to bring to general practitioners. It should be fairly easy to sell and fairly easy to target that group. So what is the company going to do? Okay, so this is where we get a little bit more iffy here. So far, the board of directors has been against any deals, and it seems it's not really negotiating in good faith. And this is really evident by Future Pak requiring constructive engagement by the 26th of June. That is something that is very telling, unfortunately, is that the board really is not just going to take a lowball offer. You see pretty much with the market cap and the money and the drugs, it is a bit of a process. However, with several bidders and the raise to almost $12 with the CRVs, there's going to be pressure on this board to make a decision. And that's where we're kind of getting it to. The first offers were lowball offers. The company had wanted nothing to do with that. And it kind of makes sense. This last offer with, $12+, which is going to be almost, 100% gain, is going to be a lot harder for the board to kind of just pass off. However, the company's not in any kind of financial trouble. They have plenty of money, which of course makes rejecting any offer easier. And then unfortunately, upon rejection, the stock price will go down. I mean, that's just something that at some point, if the company's not willing to sell, it's going to go down, and it's going to be a lot longer a process. So summaries, my hope is that they accept the deal and that we rocket double digits, take our win, go home. Love it. Saying that the company could be a good long-term prospect based on its pipeline, cash, and products on the market or about to be on the market, which means maybe investing more if the offer is rejected. So this is where we're kind of looking at, I would love them to take the offer. I just want to take the win. It's easy, it's simple. Let's go from there. If it does get rejected, I'm okay holding these shares for longer. Now, won't be getting 12 probably next year, but somewhere in the future, we might be back into those double digits. So at least with the deadline of the 26th of June, we won't have to wait very long for decisions. That's super nice. So we'll get our offer pretty well. At this point, it looks like Future Pack might just move on. So we'll see if they do, or if somebody else, another party comes in and even offers more. So hopefully this gives you just an overall summary. I know it's very high level, but just so that you can kind of get an idea of what is going on at the moment. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.